Hello there. Thank you for joining me on the program this week. I'm Gloria Umezuki. A harmonized national biometric data will give the country a credible database of its population and greatly help the efforts to ensure security and the basic needs of the people. Well, how will that be achieved? Details will come in the interview segment, but up ahead, following the President's directive for the harmonization of the national biometric data collection, we'll look at the implementation of this directive. Take a listen. The essence of an integrated biometric data collection came under focus following the directive from President Muhammadu Buhari. The President had wondered why each agency would gather its own biometrics when such data could easily be shared. This directive meant that all ministries, departments and agencies already collating biometric data would work with the National Identity Management Commission, the agency saddled with the task of providing biometric database for the country to develop a harmonized national biometric data. Nigerians had been made to provide their biometrics for several agencies of government, including the National Population Commission, the Nigeria Immigration Service, the Federal Road Safety Corps, the Independent National Electoral Commission, the Nigeria Police, the National Health Insurance Scheme, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Pension Commission, telecommunication companies, the Bank Verification Number Registration, among others.
We have used your road safety data.
Already, the National Identity Management Agency has started collaborating with relevant agencies to integrate the national biometric data.
If what you capture is good for me, and you capture for Chris Onyemenam, Chris Onyemenam does not need to come again for me to capture him, because that will then be duplication. That's what the President is saying we shouldn't do. Just as when you use the NIN to confirm the identity of an individual, that okay, this is truly Chris Onyemenam. Now I want to process his application for driver's license. Just like you can download. It is the same thing. If somebody comes to us, even if he doesn't come to us, because you have captured his data for driver's license,
you can easily use that.
And you bring it to us, yes, we use it.
Okay.
So when he comes, he's not going to come and give us biometrics again. We've already done it.
Imports.
He's not going to give us driver's license data because you already have it.
Yes,
but the other data that will enable us to complete his the establishment of his identity as who he is what we'll ask him to come at his convenience to give to us.
So I believe in the country today, if before the next election we can get it right, having the national identity card, there's no basis for the voters card again with all the verifications. In developed countries, when they want to do election, we have never heard of voters cards. What you do is your national ID card. Once you have it, because that means all your data has been synchronized, is one. So it's either from immigration, all are linked. So if you give a different, even if you give different information, once they take your biometrics, it will bring out the whole thing. So by the time we finish, I believe national ID card will serve a lot of purpose, except for the driver's license, which is the same thing all over the world. When it comes to election, verification, even for JAM, with all this, I believe we'll be able to, we're on the right track, and we must appreciate Mr. President's directive on this.
While the relevant agencies make efforts to comply with the directive, the deadline for the implementation of the National Identification Number, earlier scheduled for September 1, 2015, drew closer. The need for the integration necessitated a shift in date for the implementation of the identification number.
That date would now not hold. It has been rescheduled to start from January 9, 2016. There are a couple of reasons for this shift. We are not unmindful of the lessons that have been learned from the recent experience that citizens had in an attempt to beat the cutoff date that resulted in a rush with respect to the enrollment for the bank verification number as directed by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Following that experience, we thought that we must give ample opportunity and time, and we must also sufficiently inform the general public, and so there's some arrangement to make the regulation publicly available by gazetting it and distributing it as widely as possible.
The multiplicity of identity capturing exercises is one area of concern for many Nigerians. Now that President Buhari has added his voice to this concern, hopefully all the relevant agencies of government will collaborate to give Nigeria a reliable